Hey everybody, it's Kim Bergen-Jackson, administrator at Oaknoll, and I'm taping my video today on August 24th. We are officially 30 days away from fall. I think maybe not 30, maybe it was going to be 30 yesterday, maybe it's 29 now, but it's almost fall and it feels like we live in Texas. I think it was 115 today. So I wanted to make sure everybody has been aware. Of course, if you've been outside, you know it's stupid hot. Stay hydrated, try to stay indoors if you can, don't be out in the heat too long, and keep yourselves cool. So that's my small pitch on heat stroke. Hopefully it's going to get better in the next couple days and we won't have to worry about it again. I also wanted to give you an update on the Influenza Clinic. So we have contracted with Maine Healthcare Pharmacy to provide an influenza clinic on site at the main campus and at Oaknoll East. I do not have a date yet, but as soon as we have the date, we'll get information out to everybody. They are not, however, bringing the RSV vaccine. So I would recommend, if you are eligible or believe you're eligible, you reach out and contact your provider and see if they recommend you getting it, and then you can get it at your provider's office or one of the pharmacies in town. But they will not be including the RSV vaccine in the influenza clinic. The COVID boosters are not yet recommended for the influenza time period. I think they're trying to pull it together so that we can offer another booster at the same time as we offer the influenza clinic, but nothing has been set in stone yet. And so as of right now, we are just offering an influenza clinic. So if you're due for a booster, don't wait for us to coordinate a clinic. If you feel like you need to get one, you haven't had one yet, they're being offered at all the pharmacies. So CSV, is that what it's called? CVS, Hy-Vee, Walmart, and Hardig, and Walgreens. So you have your choice of all of those. So that's my information on the clinic. Stay tuned for that. I do want to talk a little bit about COVID. You know, it's never gone away completely, but right now we're seeing an increase in the country in COVID positive cases. We can't track tests like we used to because that information isn't collected, but I am looking at hospitalizations. And in the country, hospitalizations are up, as of this week, 21%. In Johnson County, they have done 26 admissions this week for COVID, and 16 of those were at the University of Iowa. That is a significant increase. We haven't seen COVID numbers in the double digits for a long time. So there is an increase right now, and this data is coming to you before the students just got here. So now we have another criteria. You know, I don't know where the students were coming from. They're everywhere. So I'm not suggesting that we mandate masks at this time. I'm telling you that we are seeing some things that indicate that there's an increase right now. If you find yourself in a situation where you're among a bunch of people that you don't know, you might consider wearing a mask. If it's indoors especially, and if you're in close spaces. But we know social distancing and hand washing has been really effective for us, and we haven't had the masks on for months. So I'm not putting into place a mask mandate yet. The other way that we can look at COVID positivity in the county is wastewater testing. And there are 3 sites for wastewater testing: Sewer Shed 544, Sewer Shed 1867, and Sewer Shed 105. That's harder to say than you think it is. They are all trending up, and those are all in Johnson County. So we have enough data to know that the COVID positivity is going up. We know that if we stay boosted and we stay healthy, the risks of getting COVID and then transmitting it to someone else is less. So I'm not encouraging you not to travel. Keep traveling. If you're on an airplane or in a crowded airport, I would wear a mask. Keep going to the grocery store. Keep going out to do things. As I said, if you find yourself in a closed space with a bunch of strangers, you might consider wearing a mask. If you're immunocompromised, you might consider wearing a mask out in public. And stay away from people who obviously look sick or sound sick. As always, you can ask me any questions. I have been in contact with Johnson County Public Health this week, and I had a resident send me the article from CNN, which is very helpful. So if you see something about COVID and you think it might be interesting to me to follow up on, please don't hesitate to send me that information. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm staying in close contact with Sam Jarvis at Johnson County Public Health, and he's always very good and answers my questions right away. So I'm very appreciative of Sam Jarvis. I think that's it. That's enough. Oaknoll itself has no cases of COVID right now. The residents are all healthy and recovered from COVID. We do have one staff person who's out, but they did not work before they got COVID, so there was no exposure at Oaknoll. So no staff, no residents. Hang in there, keep doing what you're doing, and I'll come back and talk to you in 2 weeks. Take care.